Hello there.
Alright, a little bit of a comment showcase here from the episode 3 IFT, which I just uploaded this morning, and I'm recording episode 5 right now. A little bit of comment showcase. TB says, Walt forcing himself back home is where the whole everything I do for my family really breaks down. If all he cared about was supporting them, he'd understand most people wouldn't want to associate themselves with a meth dealer and keep out. Actually, in brackets, he would have just accepted charity if it was just about the family. But it's about what he does for them, when and where he gets to be with them. Staying there puts them all at risk, which is true, by the way, because we saw two men with an axe freaking rock up to their house. If Skylar was there with the kids, they would have been long gone. Bye-bye. They're ruthless, those twins. They're not going to give a crap. They're going to execute the whole family. Staying there puts them all at risk. I'm not mad at Skylar for that. At least sleeping with Ted didn't result in axe murder showing up to their house. Fair play. Because at the same time, I was thinking to myself, you know what? Not every woman, not every woman is gonna take, oh, my husband's a drug dealer, well, okay? Like, you know what? 99% of them are not gonna roll with it, okay? You never know, but not 99% of them are not gonna roll with it because they immediately think, they hear drug dealer and they're like to themselves, okay, who have you associated yourself with? Who's going to be after you? Who are the big players at stake here? Because even Walt tried to sugarcoat it like, I'm only just a distributor or the cook. I can't remember what he said to her, but it's like, brother, no, no, not what you have done. I love her. Yeah, but it is fair to comment those things. And you can see how Walt sort of like, ego gets in the way sometimes where he's not understanding of Skylar's situation. It sort of like ends up becoming all about him. And he's not thinking of the consequences that potentially could happen. Yes, he's doing it for the family, and you root for him from the beginning, obviously. But I can see now from these comments here, and then Katrina says it isn't an affair when Skylar has already left him. Walt moving back in doesn't change that the marriage is over for her. He's essentially holding her hostage in the marriage, and having sex with Ted is her saying that Walt moving back in doesn't change anything. The marriage is still over, and he's lost forever. Yeah, fair enough side of standpoint. Even though he didn't accept the serving of the divorce papers, for Skylar, the marriage is over. Like, she hasn't accepted what Walt is. She, I'll keep it a secret. We've been married this long. I'll keep it a secret, but that's the best I'm going to do for you. You get yourself away from here. And if, from some sorts, Skylar is basically thinking more for the family than Walt at this point, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know if I'm right here, but this marriage, it's just so complex. It's so great because, like, the characters, the acting, it's so phenomenally written that at times you can make arguments for both parties. But yeah, at points, I feel like Walt is going to become increasingly frustrating sometimes in terms of putting his family in danger, and his ego in terms of like making it all about him and him protecting the family is sort of going to get in the way of his decision making in terms of like what's going to happen in the drug dealing aspect. But yeah, what's going on, guys? My name is Elie Moses. That was a little bit of a comment showcase. I'm a 23-year-old law and film student here from Sydney, Australia, simply shooting his shot. And today we are up to episode 5 of Breaking Bad season 3, titled Mask. So I believe episode 1 was titled No Mask, and this one is titled Mask. But interesting here that the description of the like episodes, the synopsis, the little synopsis on this streaming service in Australia, they talk about Skylar as having an affair, but it is what it is. All right, let's get into episode 5 reaction. I've wasted enough time rambling on. Let's smash this reaction. Let's get into it. Let's go. I've got the little bit of the Jesse beard going. I don't like it. I'm going to shave it soon.
I am awake.
Is this him talking to Gretchen?
You are not how I remember you from class.
Oh, okay.
Not at all. Dude, this isn't even $7,000. All right, my guy wants 85.
Oh, buying the RV.
This is all the money I have in the world. You are a drug dealer. Negotiate. Buy the RV. We start tomorrow.
Interesting. I know I paused straight away, but interesting. We had a car conversation in the episode 4 with Walt and Jesse, and we saw how that car conversation went down. And I guess that little segment right there just shows the progression of their relationship. In terms of like their first sort of car conversation they had, it was sort of like, you know, they were on like decent terms with one another. Walt was, and you see the tone in his voice and how Walt's conversing with Jesse is completely different. But now you see Walt embody that Heisenberg role a bit more. Obviously, he looks different with the bald head, but I was just like reminiscing on like back to sort of like simpler times right there. Even though it's like 2 seasons ago, it's like we moved on so fast, and I was just thinking to myself, yo, it was just a simpler time where they were conversing with one another well. It was just like, yeah, we didn't have Jane, we didn't have like all these complications, the domino effect and things like that. Just think to myself, wow, how far we've come. And like, yeah, that conversation with the car right there, or like in the car, is completely different to the conversation they had together in the other scene.
Work it, baby. Yo, this is sick, brother.
Oh, Skinny Pete, we back.
Yo, Jesse, I got these two fine ladies want to participate. You got the funds?
I got the funds. Hey, would you ladies like to meet my fat stack?
They're having fun with their money.
Come on. You got champagne? None of that cheap stuff. I want the expensive shit. Don Perignon.
Don Perignon, bro.
Oh, well, in that case, I'll only have 2. Oh, and I want the tall, skinny glasses. I like those skinny glasses. That's what James Bond drinks. Almost. I'm all about that. He gave it to me. It's like his entire life savings.
What? Why?
Because he's a dumbass, that's why.
Is that where he blasted the $7,000?
Yes.
Wow.
Woo! All right, live and large, players.
Hey, each to their own, but if I was given $7,000 just for free and I was told you can do whatever you want with it, each to their own, but there's no way I would. No way. I'd use it for my uni fees. That's what I'd use it. If I was given it right now, that's what I'd use it for. And these girls are thinking to themselves, easy money. These guys are wrapped. Like, we got them wrapped.
Guy's blackmailing me. He's got like a criminal mind. Yo, RV, yeah? I can hook you up, bro. I can totally get you an RV. No, I need it today. Now, no problem. Let's go. You tell me you can get me an RV for $1,400 at 6 in the morning.
A McDonald's combo, bro, you will be dearly missed. Hooked up Jesse with the RV. I'm very intrigued to show, to find out why are they sort of going back in time and showing us this sort of sequence of events here. Is this going to be a situation where the past comes back to sort of haunt them?
Do I need to sign something or something? Nah, it's like a no paperwork type deal. Pleasure doing business with you. Come on, we gotta bounce. What? For real, yo, get it out of here.
Like, is there something that we're going to be shown that's going to come back, like consequences? What the heck, man? That's that. Because I'm just thinking to myself, you got the RV for $1,400, and for the remaining $5,600, they had fun at the strip club. But is that $5,600 going to come at more of a cost that's going to come back to the present and haunt them?
You know, you could leave a few things here if you want.
You know what? Like, Kyla can do this. Like, because to her, the divorce has been done. Even though no papers have been signed, the separation is done. Like, it's only Walt that's holding on to them being married. And possibly, yeah, like,
Why don't you go get your dad?
Sure. Hey, Dad.
Dad,
Yeah.
Mom's asking. Want to come to dinner?
Yeah, I'll be right there.
Yeah, right. Like you don't know.
What did I just say?
Give me the phone. Give it.
Like you didn't make some deal behind my back.
Correct. I did not. I was sitting at a stoplight minding my own business when the kid threw a bag of money through my window.
Whatever, man. You owe me that money.
Well, let me talk to you.
I owe you nothing. And I will get to the bottom of this. Trust me.
Oh, trust you. Trust you. That's a good one. Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do.
You want to talk about trust, Jesse? Let's talk about trust. I told you not to cook my formula, and you went ahead and did it anyway.
Cause I never said I want to cook it. Cause it ain't yours. It's ours. Plural, bitch.
It's not have my permission.
Alls I know is I got half the money I'm due, and you got the rest.
Escalating. You're escalating.
You want to escalate this? My meth, my money. I will be a one-man glass factory. I will rock that RV 24/7.
Remember, because it's not Walt doing it. It's not him. It's not he. Look how far we've come. Remember I was saying at the beginning of the episode, look how far we've come. From their first interaction with the card to now how they're talking with one another. So many parties involved.
What are you doing?
Wrong RV.
No.
Hey, that could have gone wrong. That guy could have come out with a gun. Even Gomez is like, yo, Hank is going cuckoo.
Back to your trailers. Everything's okay.
Well, 26 RVs to go. That's 3 out of the 29 done.
W, he's cool. All right, tell you what. We'll check out a couple more, then we're going to call in the morning, okay? What do you say?
Can't. Gotta get home.
Might leave your balls in your wife's purse or what? Got to pack.
El Paso.
Where you headed?
Texas.
Hey, I got cousins in El Paso. I do.
Can I come in?
Hey, babe.
Hey. How'd it go last night?
Good.
Catch bad guys?
Nope.
Bro, everything with Marie has a shade of purple. Purple bed sheets, purple decor in the bathroom. She's wearing purple mats, like
You want me to make you some breakfast?
purple towels,
I'm heading back out after this.
purple shower curtain.
Now? You worked all night. Get some sleep, Hank. Those RVs aren't going anywhere.
Recreational vehicles, Marie. That's what they do.
You know what I mean. I spoke with Blanca. She said that Steven's going to El Paso. You know that you can talk to me about things, right?
I
You
know.
don't have to go through this alone.
I've talked about Hank opening up so many times. Like, there was no way, if he's not doing it to his wife, he's not going to do it to Gomez when he had the opportunity when Gomez asked him a couple episodes ago. Like, he has an issue with opening up. He has a major issue with that. I think there's a phrase for it or like a term for it. But I can't think on the top of my head at the moment.
I don't blame you. I just,
Too late for work or something?
I mean, after what happened last time, it would make perfect sense for you to not want to go back.
I'm on to some important stuff right here, right now. And Mexico doesn't have a damn thing to do with it. Anyone who doubts that. I'm not doing some actual good out here, and all I get are these bullshit accusations.
Open up. That's right. That's right.
Someone jerking off on this thing? Fine. But I'm on to something. I know it. You
No,
understand me?
no. Okay, no. I take that back.
You hear me?
I take that back. I feel like Walt and Hank are very similar.
What exactly is this? I'll tell you what I think it is.
I love how Gus looks dorky in his attire at Los Pollos Hermanos, like with the yellow button up, the black tie, the glasses. He looks dorky, but this guy is a stone cold Steve Austin motherfucking killer right here. Like he's a ruthless motherfucker. Like,
A ploy to get me cooking again, and an obvious one at that.
How do you mean?
As if I would seriously believe you would hire an addict. Jesse Pinkman? Recovering or not?
You vouched for him previously. I took you at your word.
No. Let me be clear. Let me be perfectly clear. Jesse was capable of working under my supervision. Trusting him with a solo venture, well, that's quite another matter. How he could possibly produce anything other than a mediocre product, at best.
I am told his product was more or less consistent with the quality I had come to expect.
woo!
More or
That
less?
hurts. That hurts.
More or less? Really? Wow.
Well, can't believe
Boy,
it.
that
It's not him.
Talk about setting the bar low. Except you don't do that. Set the bar low. Therefore, what conclusion am I left to draw? That you believe I have some proprietary kind of selfishness about my own formula.
You do.
Some sort of overweening pride, I suppose. That you think simply overwhelms me, clouds my judgment.
But it doesn't.
Absolutely not. I simply respect the chemistry. The chemistry must be respected.
I apologize for being so transparent. Would you take a drive with me? I'd like to show you something.
Right there was. Did that have two meanings right there while talking about the chemistry? Was he talking in a sense of like, you know, the art form of chemistry itself, respecting the formula, respecting the product itself, creating the product? He sees it sort of like an art form, respecting all the substances you put into it. And was he like the other bit I was talking about? Is he talking about respecting the chemistry in a sense of respecting the chemistry between he and Gus or he and Jesse, like in terms of like a duo, the chemistry between them as a sort of package they come together in terms of respecting that and not going against the other individual or sort of doing it behind their back? Is that, I don't know, might be a stretch, but I also love that wide shot of their of the room. It was sort of like a job interview, but they were talking about drugs. But I love that wide shot of the room and like the whole production design, you know, with the chicken mascots, the chicken buckets, and the Los Pollos Hermanos work clothes as well. It was a fantastic shot right there. Again, the conversations in this film, in this show, the way they're filmed, just adds so much to it. Oh, it's that time of the day again.
I was thinking I'd give her another when she wakes up.
Yeah, absolutely. Fatten that baby up.
Well, he's certainly a lot safer up here, isn't he?
Of course. And I want him safe. But I can't tell what he wants. He won't talk to me. He hardly even comes home. He works all day, all night, barely eats, barely speaks to me. It's like something's eating him away from inside. He's just not the same. He's not. Facing death, it changes a person. It has to, don't you think? I guess you've noticed a change in Walt.
He's faced death. More than once. Well, welcome to the Bat Cave, buddy. The meth cave.
What is this?
Your new lab.
Woohoo! The meth cave. I was right. Is it a superiority complex Walt has? Is that the right term? I've been thinking about it the whole episode. But think about it. Now Walt is going to be enticed to come back. Listen, this is going to be my kingdom. This is my lab. Like, wow. And it's actually fitting that he's getting a new lab, because if Hank tracks down the RV, they can just ditch that because they've got a lab to work at.
My God.
He's going to drain every bit of meth out of Walt before he dies. He's going to stretch him.
Oxide. For a catalyst bed.
He's going to stretch him to the use by date.
Look at the size of this reaction vessel. Oh, it's got to be 1,200 liters. How did you know how to put this all together?
I had excellent help, as will you. I need 200 pounds per week to make this economically viable. You would choose your own hours, of course. Come and go as you please. So long as the quota is met.
And then at the end of the cycle, you get your axe. You get axed. Why not? Just go for it. Why not?
Sorry.
Oh.
The answer is still no.
Wow. That sucker punch hurt for Gus.
I have made a series of very bad decisions, and I cannot make another one.
Why did you make these decisions?
For the good of my family.
Then they weren't bad decisions. What does a man do, Walter? A man provides for his family.
This costs me my family.
When you have children, you always have family. They will always be your priority, your responsibility. And a man provides.
I wonder.
Does it?
I wonder if Gus. I might be stretching out, but I wonder if Gus went through something similar like Walter in terms of providing for his family, and he's basically a later stage of Walter, if that makes sense. Even though they might be around the similar age, like Gus has been in the game longer, and he's that next evolution of Walter, or what Walter would become, in terms of like protecting his family and having that sort of mindset. So he's like the evolved version of Walter, if that makes sense. Like he's just the upgraded version, the evolved version. Like he's reached the max level, and he's got to that stage right now where he has that mindset, and he's trying to get Walt on that path to reach that same mindset as him. Whereas, why are you doing this? And yeah, I should have articulated myself better there, but you get what I'm trying to say.
Even when he's not appreciated or even loved, he simply bears up, and he does it because he's a man.
Is that sort of like a temptation to move in? Those shots of her feet on the floor, in terms of like her saying in the beginning of the episode, I love this floor and things like that. She sort of like has that urge to move in and is getting like accustomed to the household.
She said it was the tofu. Whatever.
What a frame right there. What a frame. Obviously you have sort of like, what is it? Is it like the pillar in the house or some, I don't know if that's the window the frame is shot through right there. But it just shows that Walt is sort of pushed aside to the family, that he's really not here. They're still separated. It's not a happy home. It's a fabricated happy home. It's not even it's a fabricated lifestyle at home here. It's all a facade. And like, You got Walter Jr. sort of in the middle, sort of leaning towards Walt a little bit, like he's sort of going to that side a little bit. He's sort of like that sort of pillar, or like that sort of black sort of rectangle thing is sort of covering him a little bit. And then you have obviously Skylar to one side and the right, and then Walt to the left, like pushed aside, completely divided from the family. Fantastic framing right there. Fantastic.
She's still cute anyways.
I think, yeah, it's through the window, I think. Yeah.
Great dinner, mom. Can I be excused?
To do homework or to play video games?
I can multitask.
Yeah.
Okay, now the camera shifts to the left a little bit, and it's just them two, completely divided. And I think Molly's meant to be in the middle, is it? Yeah. Gonna say, yeah, I was about to say, she's gonna say you can have her. I love how Molly as well is completely engulfed with the black bar as well, like, because she's not old enough to make her own decisions yet. She's just caught up in the middle of all things. Like, literally, she's caught up in the middle of it.
That's a good fight, brother.
Well,
We got a drink around here.
I'm interested to see, I'm really intrigued to see whether we spend time with Gomi in El Paso. I'm really intrigued to see if we do, and he might get killed out there, and that might affect Hank even more, or he might go through a similar experience with Hank in El Paso, survive, and that will get him to open up to Hank even more. Like, that will finally create this sort of relationship where finally he can speak up to someone and they can understand one another. I'm very intrigued to see. This show's so great at planting seeds and making you want to continue to keep watching them seeds grow.
Hunch was right. One more RV.
Uh-oh.
DMV said the registration wasn't renewed, but then they realized it was never filed as non-operation or destroyed. No police report either.
Oh. Show me the money. Show me the money. Imagine he's moved it and it's something else. No.
I just don't know what the hell I'm doing anymore, you know? It's like I'm paralyzed. Like, if I take a step in any direction, I'm going to make a spectacular mistake.
That's the lawyer, yeah?
Go for a glass of wine about now. You want to go to...
That is.
Anyway.
Now Skylar's in green.
Breaking news is I am sleeping with my boss, and I don't know why.
Wow.
Yep. It's a lie. I do know why. But I can't. Ever. How
This lawyer, man.
And this man that I'm seeing, you know, as wrong as I know it is, as much as I know I'm probably doing it just to make Walt leave me, it is the only thing in my day where I don't feel like I'm drowning. Walt says he's not going anywhere. So that's a really brilliant gambit on my part. Yeah. Genius.
They've really nailed the relationship between these two here. Like I said, this lawyer here, she is doing the right things in terms of like talking to her client, in terms of she's doing the right thing, and that is listening. That's what we'll taught in the class I did this semester. Listen to your client. Do not butt in until it is your turn to ask the questions. Do not butt in while they're talking. Let your client speak. Let your client vent out everything that he or she needs to say. And that's what she did right there. She let Skylar do that. Whereas the opposite might occur with Saul right there. Even though Saul is more entertaining to watch, and because he butts in, he has like the most outrageous things to say, the most outrageous suggestions. It's so exciting to watch a lawyer do that because it's a lawyer doing that, if that makes sense. Whereas this is the right portrayal here, even though it might be mundane and boring, but she's doing the right thing. She's listening. She's asking the questions after the client has spoken. She's getting her to open up a bit more. And she's trying to see what solutions she can find. She's asking the right questions as a lawyer and doing the right things as a lawyer. And yeah, Skylar can open up to this because of the client, lawyer-client privilege relationship here. So it's the best person to open up to, because even with Marie, if you take that risk, oh, it's not the right thing to do, especially with Hank as a husband.
Keeps money in the house.
Your husband, the drug dealer, how much money?
He didn't count it. It's heavy. And maybe what he did,
He did it for the family, right? Well, guess what? That is one enormous load of horseshit.
Woo!
I'm going to spell this out as simply as I can for you. You are a fool to stay in that house 1 minute longer. If your husband won't leave, then you go. You are now an accessory after the fact. You are culpable. You, your children, you could lose everything you own. Do you understand? All courtesy of this criminal you refuse to divorce.
I didn't marry a criminal.
Well, you're married to one now.
She is right. All the harsh truths coming out. Like, she's right. And you saw the seeds being planted throughout the episode with the shots of the feet, and Skylar becoming a bit accustomed to Ted's house, warming up to it. And she was stuck at that bridge. She was stuck at that crossroads. Do I cross it or do I not? And that conversation with the lawyer right there might be that, that sort of motivation to finally cross that bridge and move out. Somebody moved out first, baby. No more snooping around. He did the movement for you. Oh, okay. He signed it. That talk with Gus. Manned him up. In a way, it's a bit of closure for Skylar as well. Like, I can finally breathe. It's done. He's signed. That's it. Done.
How's about we run through this thing one more time, especially the part where I do all the talking, you don't say jack.
Oh, I'm going to say Jack. I'm going to say plenty.
What did we say about escalating, huh? Now, who's got your back here? Me, all right? I'm going to take care of things. Hey, what are the parameters of the sobriety thing you got going?
What do you mean?
Can you take a Xanax? Because I got a drawer full of them. I get them from my chiropractor. Vietnamese, 5 foot tall. She adjusts you to completion. Her name's Kim New Song. As delicious as it sounds. I should give you her card.
How about this? I'm out of here.
What? He's here. Really? 10% of all future profits from his solo venture. It's money you get paid for walking down to the mailbox. Consider it a gesture of respect for your valuable contribution to the business thus far. I'm sure you'll agree that's fair.
That's charity, is what that is.
Walt
I
doesn't
do
like
all the work. He sits around on his fat ass judging people.
Walt doesn't like charity.
Escalating.
Walt doesn't like charity.
So there's that. But then there's one small detail. Clearly, a mistake was made on the part of our mutual associate when he paid you half of Jesse's earnings. He must not have realized that you two had come to a parting of the ways.
Take it. Belongs to you.
You're damn right it belongs to me.
That is the last money you'll ever earn in this business.
What the hell's that supposed to mean?
I hate to break it to you, Jesse, but our mutual associate was only using you to get to me. You see, he needs someone with expertise, someone who knows what he's doing. In other words, he needs me.
You telling me you're cooking again?
Yeah. Let's see, how should I put this? I'm in. You're out.
Forwards.
Whoa, Walt, hold on there. Hey, what was the offer, if I may ask?
$3 million for 3 months of my time.
Well, you're going to need that money laundered, right? I mean, of course. What was our deal before? 17%. Now, that's a shade high. Now, let's settle on an even 15. That's a nice round number.
5%.
14's fair.
5.
13.
5.
12. For old time's sake, 12.
5.
Reasonable guy. It's a short-term deal. 10 even, but I can't go any lower and still respect myself. 5.
What the hell just happened? You're my lawyer, not his.
That's the way of the world, kid. And go with the winner.
You think this will stop me from cooking?
Cook whatever you like, as long as it's that ridiculous chili pea or some other dreck. But don't even think about using my formula.
He's trying to stop me, bitch.
This is a problem now because Jesse's going to use the RV and Hank's onto the RV. He's going to hunt down the last RV. It's going to be Jesse's going to get caught and Walt's going to be clean in his tracks because he's cooking at the laundry place. Oh, come on, man. That window freaking just got fixed. The windscreen just got fixed.
Do you have an RV?
I did. It was stolen months ago.
Oh. The combo must have like...
Well, then I'm curious as to why the theft was never reported. I'm not seeing any records of it with the police or the DMV.
I just didn't get around to it.
May I ask why? I mean, it's a great way to get the family together for an affordable vacation. Must have been quite a blow when it went missing.
I didn't want him arrested. He ran with a bad crowd, but he was never a bad person.
That combo's like...
His life around.
Is that combo's mom or auntie or something?
My son.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'd really like to speak with him.
He's passed away. He was shot 2 months ago.
Now Hank is going to put the pieces of the puzzle
name?
together.
Christian.
Christian Ortega. Is his nickname Combo?
Hey, shout out Combo, bro. Shout out Combo.
Thanks for this. I really appreciate it.
Hey, man, how you going to make me care for Combo like that? Oh, Jesse Pinkman. So good, so good, so good, so good, so good. Oh, that episode was levels better than the last episode. I thought the last episode, I think episode 3 was it, was the weakest of season was the episode episode 4 was the weakest of season 3 so far. This episode was levels beyond that. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to binge watch this show. Like I could go the whole day recording this at the moment. Like I could just go. But yeah, fantastic episode. Just the framing in this show, the cinematography is absolutely outstanding. To convey meaning through the cinematography is absolutely fantastic the way this show does it. Walt's back in the game. He's in, Jesse's out. And looks like there's going to be competing rivalry here between Jesse and Walt. And obviously, Walt's on the winning side right here with Gus. Jesse, he's going to realize quickly he's not going to do this. He's not going to be able to do this without Walt and Gus now, because Walt has got Gus behind him and miles miles ahead of Jesse, because Walt's got the facility, and he's got Gus behind him. Gus has got the whole foundation and framework laid out. Like, they're way ahead of the game. Like, he's got the best facility. He's going to produce the best product, got the best clients, distribute. Like, get what I mean? Like, Jesse's going to realize very quickly that he can't do it without Walt, and he's probably going to come back begging for Walt, especially with Hank tracking down the RV. So, yeah. I cannot wait to see the next episode, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Elie Moses. I hope you enjoyed my reaction to Breaking Bad, episode 5 of season 3. Take care. God bless. Peace.